Michaela, I'm gonna come and sit beside you, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. I hope you like fun. Oh, thank you for the kiss. That was really sweet of you. I'm having a lot of fun spending time with you. If somebody sees Michaela, and Michaela blows them a kiss or sings a song, how should they respond?
Just be happy. She just wants you to be happy. She just wants to engage with you, and she wants to see a smile on your face. And just, it's an easy thing to give her. Yes. And you give lots of kisses.
Hiya.
Hiya. That was great.
Hiya.
Hi, Michaela. It's great to be here with you today.
Ticky-come. Ticky-come. So these are all happy noises for Michaela. So we hear a lot about puppies, and we get a lot of woofs and things like that, but they're all happy phrases, happy words.
Welcome to SBSK. We believe that everybody has a story that's worthy of being heard. When we listen to one another, the world becomes a closer place, and we all benefit together. So without hesitation, let's meet today's friend. What was it like growing up with a sibling like Michaela?
I think it was, I don't know, I feel like for me it definitely has shaped my life like very significantly, and it's kind of changed the way I look at like people in general and appreciating like the little differences or like the unique things that people are able to do like themselves, like no matter if they're not able to talk traditionally or walk or something like that. Like Michaela has, she spent years and years learning how to clap. She loves clapping. And like, even if her hands are a little bit like, they're a little bit curved, or even if they're not completely flat, she's clapping. And that's like an awesome accomplishment. And like growing up with a sister with different needs, like I feel like all of these little things, there's so many little things you can appreciate in people, and you just have to look.
How old is Michaela?
Michaela is 28. So she turned 28 in July.
What is Michaela's diagnosis?
Michaela has a chromosome 8p deletion and inverted duplication. So some of the genes on chromosome 8p are completely missing for her. Some she has 3 versions, some she has 1, and some she has 2. So, and she also has a very large deletion. So of the kids that have a lot of 8p issues, Michaela's on the very far end of the disabled spectrum. She's much more disabled than most of the kids. And so it's been a learning experience. We knew when she was about 8 months old that she was missing the corpus callosum, the structure in the middle part of the brain that connects the right and left hemisphere. But she was about 12 before we knew about her genetic issue. So we really, the first, decade or so, we figured out what Michaela taught us. We didn't really have any guidebooks to go on. We had no diagnosis to try to follow. So it's really been a learning experience, and her teaching us.
What would you say is the most important thing somebody should do if they're trying to be Michaela's friend?
I think the most important thing is to just meet her where she's at, and also find something that you guys have in common. Like, so many people enjoy music. So many people love puppies and kitties and babies. And you could say the word puppy and she would be like over here like flapping her arms with so much joy. Like, all you have to do is find something, a little something in common.
It's nice to meet you. I'm Chris, and I heard you like puppy dogs. So I thought we could start our fun new friendship by doing a puppy dog impression. Woof woof. Woof woof woof. Woof 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 woof. Woof woof. Hey, have you ever met a puppy dog that goes meow? I've never met a puppy dog that goes meow. All the puppy dogs I meet go woof woof woof.
My favorite thing about Michaela is probably her joy, honestly, and just her want to connect with people even though she doesn't have a traditional way of communicating. I feel like she really just like tries to reach out no matter what, and she tries to bring joy into other people's lives and connect with them that way, and I think that's really special.
Woof woof. Woof woof. Woof woof. The way that Michaela communicates may be different than your friends at college.
Yeah.
But would you say the intention behind it is different?
I honestly don't think so. Like, I feel like everybody's intention is just to connect with other people and to just really try to, like, enjoy life, and kind of like all everybody wants to do is love and just interact with people and make friends. And no matter, you know, where you're working or what culture you're from or who your parents are, you know, whatever your family looks like, that's what everybody is trying to do. Everybody is just trying to like figure out the best way to be happy in the moment. And I think that's what Michaela is always trying to do too. And she's just trying to use the tools that she has, specifically as the person that she is, and what she can do to just reach out as much as she can. And that's the same as everyone else.
You're a really cool person. Woof, woof, woof. Woof, woof. Woof, woof. I love how you always try to make other people smile. That's really nice of you. Woof, woof. Can you tell me about how you mentioned off camera, sometimes she sings songs in context of what she wants to communicate?
Yeah, so when she was younger, she would sing, when she was tired, she would start singing, "Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping, Brother John?" And she was letting us know that she was tired. Or you would walk into her room and she would sing the line from "You Are My Sunshine." She would sing, "You never know, dear, how much I love you." And she was saying, "I love you." And it took us a while to start figuring some of them out, but it was beautiful and it was consistent. And with a lot of these things, it's playing Clue. It's whether it's her getting sick or is she trying to communicate, it's figuring out it's Colonel Mustard with the candlestick in the conservatory. And, you know, sometimes we can put it all together and sometimes we can't. And sometimes it takes us a long time. Like the winking, it took me a long time to figure out. And she was about 19 when it happened. And so at that point I was like, oh my gosh, how long have you been doing this? And I didn't figure it out. Like,
What is the winking?
the winking, she started it when she needed medication. So she needed morphine. And so I would ask her, do you need pain meds? And I realized she was winking and like furiously winking. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's really trying to communicate here. And then when I asked her, you know, are you winking? Are you saying yes? And her relief was just visible. She was like, oh, you finally got it, you know? So it was a wonderful thing that she could communicate that, and it's moved on into other parts of her life. It's not just medication now. It's a lot of, you know, Sissy's coming home today from college and she'll wink yes because she's excited about that. So it's really a very major way she communicates.
People like to play down people that are nonverbal with their intelligence, but like there's so much that's going on inside her head for her to be able to come out of the body that she's trapped in and like interact with us. There's so much like intelligence and things going on inside her head that are like nobody would ever believe, and nobody likes to nobody thinks of people like her like that. But I mean, I know it's completely true. There's just so much that she showed me, and like how she's interacted with me over the years. She's obviously just so smart. On a couple of my friends' birthdays, my one friend has a birthday in July, and like randomly, even without me telling her, every year, like on the day of her birthday, Michaela will randomly sing happy birthday. And it's really random because like then obviously Michaela has like this internal clock, you know, and like she has these things, she has all these things that she's thinking about. And like even since I was younger, like it was definitely apparent to me that she like was very smart and there was a lot going on inside her head.
I know that you love to sing songs. I love to sing songs too. And I know one of your favorite songs to sing is Wheels on the Bus. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round all day long. Does she like when people sing back?
She loves it. She loves it. In fact, she will start singing like a line to a song and then look at you like, you finish. And so we've had to start saying your turn so that she'll go and start singing the next verse, because otherwise you'll end up just having a nice long singing session and you're the only one singing to her. So
your turn. Woof, woof, woof. The wheels on the bus go woof, woof, woof. Woof, 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 and the dogs on the bus go woof, 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 all day long. Should we sing more?
Puppy, woof, 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 woof.
The puppy on the bus goes woof, 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 woof. The puppy on the bus goes woof, 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 all day long. Your turn. Say that again. The puppy on the bus? The puppy on the bus goes woof, woof, woof. Woof, woof, woof. Woof, woof, woof. The puppy on the bus goes woof, woof, woof. All day long.
I think the thing is, it's just be patient. I mean, Michaela's very social, and she just, in school, that was their teacher's complaint, is that she was too distractible, so they would put her behind screens to try to get her to focus on things. So she just wants to interact, and she wants to be social, and she wants to be a part of whatever you're doing. And so she's going to gravitate towards you if you just give her a little bit of time. And sometimes that's a little time, and then she'll start singing, or she'll start talking, or she'll start kissing. She's a little bit like an oven. She needs a little time to warm up. When she's preheated, she's good to go.
Does she move her hands and shake like that when she's happy?
Oh yeah. She's always slapping her hands. You can see it more and more when the Oh hi.
Hi, Gaga.
Oh hi, Gaga. So Gaga is our grandmother. She loves Gaga. Oh, you silly.
Tell me about Michaela's relationship with Maddie.
Well, Maddie came along about 8 years after. She's about 8.5 years younger than Michaela. I will say that we had gone through significant genetic testing, my husband and I, before we had another child, and then had Maddie, and then Michaela was diagnosed with a genetic issue, which was really scary for us. Although when we decided to have a second child, my husband said, well, what do we do if we have another child like Michaela? And I'm like, well, we know what to do with that one. We don't know what to do with the ones that walk and talk. So we'll figure that out. But it's worked out okay. So, but Maddie has just been the best joy of Michaela's life. When she was little, she would ride on Michaela's lap whenever we would go to the mall or anything, and Michaela would make a seatbelt with her arms and hold on to her sister. And so we never needed a stroller and a wheelchair. We just had Michaela taking care of her sister when she was from toddler up. And she just loves her. She still calls her baby or sissy. And but when I tell her that Sissy's coming home from college, it's the best day.
How do you envision your future relationship with your sister?
I hope that, for every minute that I can, that I'll always be interacting with Michaela, every second that I can, and just kind of continuing to be a part of her care while also creating my own life, and I always just want to make sure she's taken care of, no matter where that is, and, I always want to be interacting with her. No matter how long, she has, even if she's not here for my whole lifetime, her whole lifetime will have been spent with my mom and my family and I, and that's what's important. It's not important if we get the full time with her, but her full time was with us, and that's the really important thing. So I think just in the future, just continuing to love her, continuing we're best friends, we always will be, no matter what, just kind of continuing that, and continuing to teach people about her, and continuing to learn from her, because I learn from her every day.
What has it been like to go away to college?
Did you not like it when I went? Is that why you're yelling? It's been nice. It's been a nice experience to kind of experience new things, but also, I know as much as my mom wants me to get out there and branch out and not solely be thinking about the situation here, it's hard knowing that my mom is alone doing it here. So, I've really tried to do what I can, but it is hard being away at college.
There's a lot that goes on with families like ours that isn't necessarily evident to people on the outside. We've recently been going through an issue with my husband. My husband passed recently. He was a transplant patient. So we had two very major medical issues going on in our family. And none of our systems are made to support that. None of the state or the federal systems are really meant to support that. It's very hard when you have an adult who's ill, who is supposed to be the adult in the house so that an aide can come in and take care of the child who's ill, especially a nonverbal, non-ambulatory child. It's very different. I can't just have an aide come in and just say, I'll leave the house open, Michaela's there. Michaela can't tell me if anything went wrong, if she was hurt, if someone accidentally did something, it's just, so it's very, very difficult when you have more than one major issue going on. One is major enough, but having two major issues in the family, it really just changed the dynamics so severely. And I really had no idea that there were no systems to support that.
How much do you know about Michaela's diagnosis?
I would say I know a lot. I'm probably the second in command for my mother, so I can do all of her meds, all of her TPNs, all of her changes, all of her bathing, all of her transfers, all of that. I worked as a DSP over the summer. I definitely know a lot about her medically. Like, I know all her meds, all her dosages.
It's really difficult right now. My main support, Maddie, is her sister, who's 19, who's a couple hours away at college.
You have to look at everyone and with kindness, and you have to know that, like, you don't know what's going on. Like, even if, like, you look around here, like, this room is nice and my mom has made it look nice, but it's nice because she needed an outlet after my father just died.
She wants to help, but she needs to be at college. And I'll be honest, she was given, like, a full ride scholarship to a college across town here. And I told her I didn't want her to take it because I didn't want her in the middle of this situation. I didn't want her living at home and being half in college and half in this medical situation. So I think it's better for her that she's just away at college.
I don't know. It's definitely such an opportunity that my mom, like, gave me to let me go to such, like, a place 2 hours away that is prestigious and that's going to give me an education that's really going to allow me to, like, change the future of my life and hopefully theirs. But, I'm really grateful, but, I'll never stop thinking about, like, what is happening here because I want to make sure they're taken care of always. That's 100% my priority.
Is Michaela legally blind?
She is legally blind, so she can see. She's very attracted to light, like a lot of the kids with CVIs are. They'll look out the open window to look at the bright light and things like that. The doctor that we saw, Dr. Christine Roman, said Michaela has a visual field that's about 3 or 4 feet, but she can see people who are about 10 feet away. And I said, okay, well, why 10 feet? Like, why can she see people 10 feet away? And she said, because everything she needs in life, she needs a person for. So she's learned to engage it with faces. And that's just, she said, it's kind of like one of the adaptations of the human brain is, as babies, they learn to go to faces, and Michaela's still, doing that because for anything she needs in life, she has to engage with another human.
The wheels on the bus go.
Okay.
You want to do the puppy part? Thank you for telling me. We can definitely do the puppy part again because that's a really funny part. The puppy on the bus goes woof, 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 woof. The puppy on the bus goes woof, woof, woof all day long. That was fun. Woof, woof. I think a big part of it when communicating with somebody who's disabled is being okay with whatever response they give.
I think that's very true. And no response. There are times when Michaela just can't come up with a response, or you'll see that, she's frustrated or she'll cry instead of the response that I was expecting because she can't say what she wants and she's frustrated. And so you deal with that and you change the conversation and you try to make it so that she's as much of a participant as she can be in that conversation without causing any frustration for her.
I also think it's important not to project how she values that interaction based on the output.
That's a really great point. That is a really great point. Because there are times when Michaela will just, sometimes visually things get too chaotic, I think. And she'll just kind of put her arms up and she looks away. And that might be very dismissive to someone, but it really isn't from her. It's just she's kind of like, I need to take a break from what's happening here. I'm just going to be over here for a minute. I need to visually be over here. And I think that's a really important point that you brought up. That was great.
What would you say the percentage of people is that do say hi to Michaela when they greet you as well?
It's really not that many, to be honest. Percentage-wise, it's definitely less than half of, the time. There's not a lot of people that do it, to be completely honest. A lot of people kind of brush past her, or they'll see that she's not talking, or that she's in a wheelchair, or that maybe she's looking off somewhere else in the room or something. And they'll just assume, well, maybe she doesn't, have any need for an introduction, or she doesn't have any want for that interaction, but that's just not true at all. And I would definitely love it more, you know, if people, like, even if she doesn't respond, like, traditionally saying, like, hello, how are you is great, because, like, in Michaela's head, she's hearing you, she's hearing what you're saying, and, like, it's polite. And if you're gonna be polite to everyone, she is everyone.
I have a tiny dog, and not only does she sound like this, woof, 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 but she also does it really fast. She's like, woof, 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 woof. So all day long, I go around my house, and I'm making a sandwich, and she's right there. She goes, woof, 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 woof. She's begging for some sandwich. Then I'm sitting there, I'm reading a book, and she's right there, jumping in my lap, and she's going, woof, 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 pet me. All day long, I have this little 5-pound puppy who wants my attention. You think that's funny?
What?
It is funny. I love her. She's really cute. She always goes, woof, woof, woof. Why does Michaela wear the gloves?
Michaela wears the gloves because she has a central line that comes out in the just under her collarbone on the left side of her chest, and she's fed 12 hours a night with that. And unfortunately, it itches. And so without the gloves, she'll scratch it, and that leads to possible sepsis and a hospital visit. And in the last 5 years, she went through about 6 episodes of sepsis. And so we're just trying to do everything we can right now to keep those dressings intact and not allow any germs to get in there.
What does it mean to be non-ambulatory?
Non-ambulatory really means that Michaela cannot move on her own. She cannot do anything to support locomotion. So where some people can transfer into a wheelchair, they might be ambulatory in a wheelchair, so they can transfer in and they might be able to use the arms or an electronic method to propel themselves. Michaela doesn't have the ability to do that at all. So all of her transfers are a full lift. She doesn't stand at all. And so all of her care, you know, that's also a significant safety issue, because non-ambulatory means you're not moving as much. That could possibly mean more pneumonias and things like that. So positioning becomes more important. It's very important that she gets out of bed and is sitting up so that we're supporting her lung needs and not collecting fluid in her chest by having her lying down all the time. So there's a lot of pieces that go into it.
Everybody else goes around the world taking for granted everything that they do, walking, opening doors, talking, being able to go to the bathroom yourself, getting your own food, being able to chew food, being able to choose food that you want to eat, like all of that. But like, there's people that don't have that, and that means that you shouldn't just be expecting them to change. You should be looking at what you have, appreciating what you have, and looking at them and saying, what can I do to help you? What can I do to meet your needs and communicate with you in the best way that's good for you?
You told me off camera that one of the songs she'll sing is She'll Be Coming Around the Mountain, and she sings that when people come into the house.
Yeah, it's like a greeting. So it's like, you arrived. You know, you have arrived and I have officially greeted you, which is really cool. She does it with her aide a lot when she comes in now. And so it's just a nice way for her to acknowledge, because we've always tried to instill in her when she was much younger and we knew much less about what was going on with her. And I always used to say, you know, you may be disabled, but you will be polite. You will acknowledge people when they come into the room, and, you know, when we're going to learn please and thank you, and, you know, it may take us 10,000 tries, but eventually we're going to get there somehow, you know. So it's a beautiful way that she's communicating with us.
I heard that you also love one of my favorite songs. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes, woo-hoo! She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes, woo-hoo! She'll be coming around the mountain, she'll be coming around the mountain, she'll be coming around the mountain when she comes, woo-hoo! That's a fun song. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes, woo-hoo! She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes, woo-hoo! She'll be coming around the mountain, she'll be coming around the mountain, she'll be coming around the mountain when she comes, woof, woof. Woof, woof. Woof, woof. Woof, woof. Woof, woof. Was that a kiss?
That was a kiss. We say kisses say I love you, right? So that's nice.
How many kisses does she give in a normal day?
Thousands. Yes. It's always good when you wake up and it's a kissy day.
Is it not always a kissy day?
It's not always. Sometimes when she doesn't feel that good, she's not as verbal. When she doesn't feel good, that's how the first thing that we know is she's not talking as much or chattering or singing. When she's very ill, there's no verbalization. When she's in the hospital, I get almost nothing. So that's one of the windows into how she's feeling.
Dogs are the best.
Baby.
You like babies? Babies always go, Goochie Googa! And then they cry, they go, Wah! The baby on the bus goes, Wah wah wah, wah wah wah, wah wah wah. The baby on the bus goes, Wah wah wah, all day long. You like all the cute things, you like puppies and babies.
Go.
The puppy on the bus goes woof woof woof, woof woof woof, woof woof woof. The puppy on the bus goes woof 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 all day long. Woof woof. Thank you for communicating with me. Should we do baby on the bus or dog on the bus? Baby or dog? The dog on the bus goes woof woof woof, woof woof woof, woof woof woof. The dog on the bus goes woof 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 all day long. Michaela and I just had a great time together singing and dancing. Mm-hmm. Was that a good way to be her friend?
I think that was an amazing way to be your friend. That's like one of the, that's Michaela's favorite way to connect with people is music and just interacting and kind of staying on each other's level, being patient with each other, making music, even if it doesn't make much sense, even if it's, changing a line, changing a verse like you guys were doing, it's perfect. That's the most perfect way to be her friend, definitely.
Thanks for watching SBSK. Click subscribe here to be part of our community. Then hit the notification bell below so you never miss a story. You can even meet another friend here. See you next time.